Hello everybody, my name is Khaled Siddiqui, and in this video I'm going to teach you how to change the wireless card in your HME wireless drive-through intercom base station. This tutorial is for replacing the wireless card in base 6100 and base 6200. It also works for base 6700 actually. So this is how we do it. Now the question is, how can you tell if you need a new wireless card? The wireless card, a defective wireless card, will have a very noisy communication channel, or sometimes you cannot connect the headset or register the headset. When you try to register the headset, it doesn't go through smoothly. And sometimes what happens is you hear popping sound on the headset. Like, even if you're not using the headset, like there's no one in the drive-through lane, you hear popping sound. That could be a bad wireless card. Now, all these things that I mentioned, popping sound, noisy radio communication, is not necessarily a bad wireless card. It could be due to a wireless cordless telephone close to the base station, or a cell phone very close to the base station, or like walkie-talkies, fire department communication, police communication, nearby radio stations. All kinds of Wi-Fi devices could interfere with your drive-through communication. So it's important to have wherever you mount the base station, it has to be somewhere that it is isolated from external noises. Now, of course, you can't isolate it from everything, but at least from the noises that are coming from outside the restaurant, it should be isolated from that. Basically, it has to be in a place with radio noise free location, so it can operate very nicely. I mean, you can't put your wireless Wi-Fi router right next to your intercom base station, because that is a big no-no. You will have 2.4 gigahertz overlapping and interfering with each other. Having that said, so once you determine that you need to replace the wireless card, or you need a new wireless card, in this video we are going to learn how to do that. Okay, so first thing we need to do, let me show you. The first thing you need to do is you need to unplug the power. So to do that, you have to press these buttons, this and that, press and then open. It doesn't open if you don't press it, so you have to press it and then open. You have to press them simultaneously on the top and then open the base station. Once the base station is open, you have to unplug it before you do any work in here, because you could damage the base station if you don't unplug it. So we unplug this one. Now that we unplugged it, now we have the wireless card is right here. The wireless card is attached to the main board with 4 screws. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. These screws are longer, these are shorter, and these 2 cables are held by this board, which is also held by these screws. So you have to pay attention to all these, and you have to reassemble it exactly the way it is. So now the first thing we need to do is open 2 small screws. I'm using an electric drill. You don't necessarily have to do electric screwdriver. Okay, so now we remove this. When you remove this, be careful, because these will fall. These 2 gray studs, they will fall. These are here. These studs, or spacers I should say, these spacers are here to keep this board, to keep this board elevated, so that this board can hold those wires, those antenna wires. And if you notice right here, there are a couple of sponge cushions, and those sponge cushions are to hold these cables pressed so they don't come off. And this is how it goes back. You can't put it this way. Now we have to snap open these little cables. You snap open, remove these, set them aside so they don't get lost. Now we have to open this. The wireless card is only attached from this end electronically, so we have to open it from this end, like that. This end is attached electronically, but physically it anchors to 4 screws right here. And This is the defective one. We are putting the new one. The new one is also, the plug is on this side, so you have to push this side first. Push it in first. Like that. Push it in, and then, put the 2 screws. We put these screws first. Now we put the spacers. Actually, we put the cables first. When you put these cables, they actually snap. You can feel them snap. So that's something you need to pay attention. And then you put these guys. And then you put this back in place. And you put the screws. Okay, so that's nicely in place. And all screws are tight. This is in place. These are tight, nice and good. We plug it back in, fire it up, and make sure it works. And there it is. If you put it incorrectly, this will not boot up all the way. It will keep restarting. So the sheer fact that it booted correctly means our wireless communication is working good. After you replace the wireless card, you have to re-register all the headsets. And of course, if you need help re-registering the headsets, I have a different video for that. But all the headsets will not work anymore, because everything that's registered in the all the headset information that's being stored in the base station is in the wireless card. And if you remove the wireless card, you have to redo it with a new card. The headset information is not stored in the motherboard. It's only in the wireless card. And that's why you need to redo it. Okay, I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions, please comment down below and I'll be sure to answer it. Thank you for watching. Please make sure to like and subscribe.